Coming up next on Newswatch.
Find out how you may be able to make the Hocking River less polluted for free. Plus, Oblinus Hospital released a multi-million-dollar plan for expanding treatments today. We were there and we have the details for you.
And in sports, Savannah Joe Dorsey continues to shine on the bump. I have all the latest on Ohio softball. Newswatch starts right now.
Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens. This is Newswatch.
Local residents could be eligible for a free sewage upgrade to help decrease pollution in the Hocking River. Good evening, I'm Catherine Blaine. Thanks for joining us. Older septic systems are contributing to the amount of pollution in the Hocking. So the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency is implementing a home sewage improvement program. The program improves failing septic systems that dump bacteria into the river. Now, Athens County has $200,000 from the EPA for homeowners to afford upgrades to their septic systems. Participating homeowners could receive an upgrade for free if they meet certain income guidelines. The Athens City County Health Department says interested homeowners should contact Department Sanitarian Patrick McGarry. You may have found it a bit difficult to drive uptown this weekend. The annual International Street Fair took over the streets on Saturday. WOUB reporter Nathan Wiseman was there for the music, food, and culture.
Students beam with pride for their countries as they march from Baker Center to South Court Street in the annual flag parade. The goal of the street fair is to display the diverse cultures in our area.
I think this is what's great about Athens is the diversity, and most people don't know about the Middle East or Saudi Arabia. So I think this is a great chance for everyone to come together, learn about the cultures, about each individual and the country's culture, food, the wardrobe, how we dress, and everything.
The street fair gives you an opportunity to try different foods from all over the world, like authentic shaved ice from Japan.
Selling some corn, it's gonna be fun. It's grilled with soy sauce and sugar sauce on it. It's really good.
The Saudi Student Union members offered free dates and coffee for anyone who wanted to try a taste of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Chinese Culture Exchange Association members taught people how to cook easy-to-make authentic Chinese food. The organizations also taught those passing by about their culture's traditional wardrobe.
Yeah, this is a hoppy. We use it for our Soran Bushi performance. We're going to be doing that later at like 2:30. It's just kind of like a traditional kind of thing, and like it's got like a mountain on the back, and like it's really cool.
Several organizations praised Athens for hosting an event that takes education beyond the classroom, bringing different cultures together.
Unlike those big cities and the smaller counties around, this place has the most population of the international students here. And because, you know, we're all young people and we love fun and we love have fun and love to, you know, embrace other cultures.
Thanks, Nathan. Ohio University President Roderick McDavis spoke during the event. He stressed how necessary unity is in the Bobcat family and told the audience to focus on becoming one. Ohio University has made more than $100,000 over the past 2 years. The reason? Students replacing their OU IDs. According to a report by the Post, one student even confessed to losing 15 IDs, paying $150 total to have them all replaced. Replacing a lost ID costs just $10, meaning nearly 11,000 IDs have been lost since the start of 2014. And more than a year has passed since the Union Street fire, and now the Union Bar and Grill and Jackie O's plan to reopen fully. The owner of the Union, Eric Gunn, says the Union will open its doors in a matter of weeks. The new bar will feature a new outdoor patio. And the owner of Jackie O's says the public house will open depending on the state approvals and health department inspections, but no definite dates were given. Environmental groups are planning a rally at the State House in Columbus tomorrow. The rally is to oppose a bill that would extend a freeze on Ohio's renewable energy requirements. The bill would add 3 more years to a 2-year delay in state use of wind, solar, and other renewable energies by Ohio power companies. Cincinnati Republican State Senator Bill Seitz, author of the bill, says he's listening to all of the input before introducing a final bill. And now from the gas pump to the open road, Raising the speed limit from 65 to 70 miles per hour on Ohio interstates has resulted in more accidents and fewer tickets. Since the increase, the number of crashes rose nearly 20%. 2 years ago, there were over 8,000 crashes. That number is now up to 10,000 crashes. And last year, 8,000 fewer tickets were written than before the speed limit increase. O'Bleness Hospital is expanding. Ohio Health announced it will merge its radiation and medical oncology programs for cancer patients today. The president of Ohio Health O'Bleness Hospital, Mark Seckinger, says the renovations will be worth the multi-million-dollar project.
To have this process get started and design will start for a fall groundbreaking or sledgehammering of the wall breaking.
And Columbus will be the last of the big three Ohio cities to ban travel to North Carolina. Openly gay Columbus Council member Shannon Hardin plans to introduce the ordinance at today's council meeting. Cities across the nation are declaring these travel bans in protest of a recently enacted North Carolina law that dictates which bathrooms transgendered people can and cannot use. This follows a Columbus City Charter amendment in 2014 that said the city won't discriminate against people based on their sexual orientation. The Alexander Local School District has received a state permit to install a sewage treatment system for its proposed wellness center. The Village of Albany wants the school property to be annexed before the wellness center is hooked into the village's sewer system. The parties have been ordered into mediation by a judge, but that mediation has not yet occurred. A plan is underway to create an extensive bike trail in Wayne National Forest near Chansey. Athens City Council member and owner of Athens Bicycle, Peter Costas, is helping to head up the project. The project would cost between $300,000 and $500,000 and would create around 50 miles of mountain bike trails on national forest land. Costas wants to gather input from Chansey residents as well as recreational programs at area colleges.
Good evening, I'm Adriana Davies, and as we all felt this weekend, we had beautiful temps around our region with temps on Saturday almost reaching to the low 90s. 87 degrees is our high on Saturday, and into Sunday, if you were out and about for Athens Beautification Day, you definitely saw those warmer temps. Right now in Athens, we see 83 degrees with sunny skies. It's definitely going to be a warm evening out for Athens. And around the region, the same thing goes. In Jackson, we see 83 degrees, same with Marietta and New Martinsville. 80, a little bit chillier up in Columbus and in Chillicothe, and our regional high in Ironton at 85 degrees. And overnight, we'll see those temps start to drop as we move throughout the evening with 73 degrees at 8 p.m., 57 at 12, and 4 a.m., 52 degrees. And I don't know about you, Catherine, but I'm definitely very excited about this warm weather that we are having.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks a lot, Adriana. The Asian tiger mosquito has grown increasingly common here in Athens and could potentially be a carrier of the Zika virus. But health officials have determined there's a very low risk for Zika spreading in southeast Ohio. The Ohio Department of Health released a report saying Asian tiger mosquitoes are not dangerous to humans, as it tends to attract animals instead. And a new report from Paraprofessional Healthcare Institute says assistants in Ohio nursing homes are earning near poverty wages, with nearly 1 in 5 nursing assistants living beneath the poverty line. Nursing assistants earn a median wage of $11.50 an hour, but according to the PHI, they make a yearly average of $19,000. Medicaid reimbursements are nearly $40 below the average cost of a nursing home stay. This means they cannot raise wages if they are not paid the actual cost of a stay. Pennsylvania has become the 24th state to legalize medical marijuana. Governor Tom Wolf approved a measure Sunday that allows selling pot to people suffering from serious medical conditions. That includes diseases such as cancer, HIV, and Parkinson's. But it will take at least another year and a half for the state to roll out its medical marijuana program. Pennsylvania will eventually allow up to 150 pot dispensaries to operate. The state expects to make an extra $10 million from the first-year application fees. Despite state legalizations, weed is still off limits under federal law. Earthquake shook the world this weekend. We have the latest details for you. Plus, an Indiana man makes medical history. We speak to him after his big reveal. Those stories and more coming up next on Newswatch.
Really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Welcome back to Newswatch. I'm Catherine Blaine. Search and rescue efforts continue this week in southern Japan following 2 deadly earthquakes. At least 42 people were killed and more than 1,000 injured. About 180,000 people have been evacuated to shelters. The tremors struck first on Thursday and again on Saturday. Disaster officials are warning people to brace themselves and prepare for more aftershocks. And a deadly earthquake also hit Ecuador this weekend. More than 270 people are dead, with the death toll steadily rising since the earthquake hit late on Saturday. More than 2,500 people were injured. Response teams are working desperately to rescue any survivors buried in the debris. All 6 coastal towns are in state of emergencies. Now, among these stories of tragedy, though, comes a piece of hope to hold on to. 5 years ago in Indiana, a man was badly burned after rescuing a woman from a car accident. Now, he's one of the first in the world to receive a face transplant, and he's speaking out. Nick Notario has the story.
After 4.5 years, Hunter Mitchell is breaking his silence.
I feel just as healthy as I did when I was 21, and I feel great.
At 35, he's got a full-time job and able to take his son to the movies.
This is the night that we went and saw Star Wars.
All things he wouldn't have thought possible after a tragic 2001 night in North Carolina.
People tell me that I'm fortunate that I don't remember because, you know, probably a lot of pain.
The car he was in slammed into an electrical pole. Hunter, a former soldier, pushed a woman to safety, but he wasn't as fortunate. He took a zap of 10,000 volts for nearly 5 minutes. A shock that took his leg and burned his face. To some, it might be the end, but to Hunter, it was only the beginning.
I look back on it as something that made me stronger. I mean, yeah, I'd like to have my leg and my face back, but I mean, without that happening, I wouldn't be who I am today.
He had facial work, but it made life difficult.
Imagine walking in a room and like falling and then everybody noticing you. That's how it was every time I walked in a room because of the way my face looked.
It all changed in 2011. Hunter became one of the first people in the world to be given a new face by a donor, a gift that has forever altered the Indy native's life.
It's a lot easier to go out in public, I will tell you that.
Gone are the stares and the names, Instead, he's faced with new challenges, like how long his facial hair should be.
When I touch the beard, I can also feel the sensation of it under the skin.
And the sensation isn't only under the beard. So you can feel all your face?
Yeah, hot, cold, pain, tickle, rubbing my beard, someone kissing my face, I can feel everything.
Feelings he'd much rather have than the depression he felt after the accident.
I think it's an amazing journey. I mean, it's been a hard journey.
After years of silence, he hopes others don't stay quiet, especially since he knows how quick life can change.
I would like to tell people just not to worry about the small things. Live life, you know. Tell the people you love that you love them, because you never know when that can be taken away.
Hunter's medical treatments aren't over. He still has to travel to Massachusetts twice a year to get work done. He was scheduled to go in May, but being a big motorsports fan, he told doctors it'll have to wait because he's not missing the 100th running of the Indy 500, pardon me. And hey, I don't blame the guy. But now let's move it on over to Wall Street today. The stock market ended on a higher note. Here's a look at some of the stocks of local interest. After the break, high waters threaten Texas. That story's still ahead.
And up next on my extended forecast, rain is on the way, but hopefully this warm weather will be here to stay. I'll answer your questions about this rain and more up next on my extended forecast.
Student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Good evening, I'm Adriana Davies and welcome back to the Newswatch Weather Center. Tonight in Athens, we'll see 83 degrees with sunny skies. It's definitely going to be a warm evening, so if you're out and about, don't worry about that jacket tonight. Right now, over our region, we'll see similar temps, 83 degrees in Marietta and up in New Martinsville, and 85 down in Ironton, and 80 degrees in Columbus and Chillicothe, just a little bit chillier to our north. In our almanac for today, obviously we were way above normal with our high hitting 84 degrees with the normal being around 67. We almost reached our record of 94 that we hit in 1976. But for our precipcast, we are definitely in a high pressure system right now, but we'll see that rain start to move in as we move overnight and into tomorrow. That rain won't affect us until later in the week, but it will still come at some point. But overnight, we'll see 73 degrees by 8 o'clock. As we move into 12 a.m., 57 with partly cloudy skies, and at 4 a.m., 52 degrees. Still rather warm, which is awesome. And overnight lows for our region, 52 in Athens, 54 down in Ironton, 50 up in Cambridge, and with partly cloudy skies around our region. Tonight in Athens, 52 degrees, mostly clear with just a little bit of clouds with winds that are light and variable. And at the bus stop tomorrow morning, we're going to see 52 degrees as well, scattered clouds, but that warm up will come quick in that morning. Tomorrow, 78 degrees with increasing clouds, unseasonably warm for this time of the year, And as we see around the region, we'll see 81 down in Ironton, 80 in Ripley, 79 in Jackson with partly cloudy skies for everyone. 55 degrees by 8 a.m. Noon, we'll see 77, 78 as we move into 4 p.m. with partly cloudy skies. And over our week period, we will definitely see warmer temps, but as that rain starts to move in towards the end of the week, those temps will start to drop but increase as we move back into next week. Now over to you, Catherine.
Thanks, Adriana. We may be dry here in Ohio, but heavy rains caused a dilemma for some Texas drivers on the road in Houston. Strong storms swept through the area early Monday morning, prompting a flash flood emergency for parts of the state. High water forced some drivers on top of vehicles waiting for rescue. Roads were shut down and bus and rail service in Houston were stopped because of the worsening weather conditions. A flash flood watch is in effect through tomorrow morning for parts of southeast Texas.
Good evening, I'm Kelsey Steele. Ohio baseball had a long weekend of action in the sun. Stay tuned, I have all the details on how the Cats fared. Some chatter on the gridiron Saturday. Can you guess that former QB? I have the details next on Newswatch. And stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
Really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
How's it going? I'm Kelsey Steele. More sun means more action on the diamond for baseball fans everywhere. And Ohio baseball is delivering. Ohio's 10-5 win over Bowling Green yesterday gave the Cats just enough to avoid a weekend series sweep by the Falcons. Now the Cats even the score at 3 in the top of the 5th, and they just let their lumber go to town in the top of the 6th. Rudy Rod's bomb to right field drove in 3 of the 5 runs in the 6th inning. Now Bowling Green added a run in the bottom of the 6th and the 8th, but couldn't match Ohio's power at the plate. Now the Cats are back at Bob Wren tomorrow as they play host to Morehead State. Ohio is looking to avenge a 2014 loss at the hands of the Eagles. First pitch set for 6 o'clock. And Ohio softball is enjoying 2 days off before they travel to the state capitol tomorrow for a doubleheader against Ohio State. Now the Cats just split a doubleheader with Akron on Saturday. Game 1 was sealed with a late Ohio rally in the bottom of the 7th. Akron shortstop was unable to handle Deanna Cole's bouncer and drove in 2 Ohio runners. Ohio with the win, 2-1. On the defensive side, Savannah Jo Dorsey continued her record-setting season, striking out 5 in Game 1 to earn her 18th win of the season. The Bobcats and Bucks first pitch set for 4 o'clock tomorrow. Both men's and women's golf teed off on the green this weekend. The men finished 12th at the Earl Yestingsmere Memorial Invitational this past Saturday, posting scores of 379 and 388 in the first and second rounds. Freshman Ben Sattler tied for 19th, shooting 12 over par. He finished the tournament with 11 birdies. And after tying her career low with a 1 under 71 on Sunday, junior Haley Hrinowicz was awarded the hardware in the 2016 Snowman Classic after shooting an even score of 144 for the weekend. Both teams now begin final preparations for the MAC championships. And breaking records is all in a day's work for the Ohio State football program, and Saturday was just another chapter in that heavy book. Over 100,000 fans crammed into the shoe on Saturday, topping their previous national spring game attendance record set last year. Urban Meyer and company became the first team in the country to hit a 6-figure attendance total in a spring game. The Gray team had the W over the Scarlet Squad, 28-17, and a familiar face in Athens high school grad Joey Burrow, one of many who contributed to the Gray team's win. And the quest for the NBA Finals are underway for the Cleveland Cavaliers as they hosted the Detroit Pistons in the first game of the 2016 playoffs yesterday. The Pistons, not known for their three-point shooting, came out white hot as they shot 10 of 16 in the first half alone. The Cavs were able to settle in, and the Big Three, well, they went to town. Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, and LeBron James ended with 81 of the team's 106 points Saturday. Game 2 of the series set to tip off Wednesday at 8. Now, the Cavs weren't the only team in action this weekend as the first games of the 2016 playoffs are now in the books. The 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, the Indiana Pacers, upset the 2nd-seeded Toronto Raptors 190 Saturday night. Hey, the glass slippers, they may just fit. And Golden State continued their dominance from the regular season and cruised to an easy 104-78 win over the Houston Rockets. The Warriors locked in win number 74. The majority of the games over the weekend were lopsided as 5 of the 10 matchups resulted in 20-plus margins. Green, yellow, and red engulfed the streets of Boston today as Ethiopia swept the 2016 Boston Marathon. It's the 3rd time in the last 4 years that a male runner from Ethiopia captured the title, but the first time in history the country has swept the marathon. Around 30,000 people registered for this year's race, including American Tatiana McFadden, who won the women's wheelchair division for the 4th consecutive year. And that's all I have for sports tonight. Blaine, what do we have?
All right, now that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Catherine Blaine. Stay tuned in for the PBS NewsHour. That's coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime you need at WOUB.org. And as always, have a great night.
Students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat Pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.